Good day, everyone, and welcome to today's market fundamental and technical breakdown. My name is Anthony Phillips Njoko, and I'm the founder of 10x Digital Link, where everyone who has a knowledge gap in digital trading can be able to get the right knowledge, get the right guidance, get the right tool sets, and also the right mentorship to be able to achieve success trading the financial market. And today, this market fundamental and technical breakdown is for the time period of November 4th to November 8th. If this is your first time, please smash the like button and as well comment below the pairs you would like me to analyze and break down, because today's analysis is going to be on three major pairs. One is Euro USD, two is AUD USD, and three is Bitcoin, BTC, USDT. Okay, so we're going to just be focusing on these three pairs to be able to give you full breakdown of top-down analysis from the higher time frame, which is the monthly time frame, down to the lower time frame, which is 4 hours time frame, to show you the viewpoint of what we currently see in the market on these different pairs. Then we're going to also discuss about the fundamental analysis, which has to do with the macroeconomy, the geopolitical events, and any other rate cut that is going to come into within the week, and any other news event that's going to affect these currency pairs that we're focused on for this week. Okay, so let's dive into the screen. Okay, so right now you are looking at my FX book, and I have an account with my FX book. I would recommend my FX book, because if you're able to be a profitable trader, you can track your trading results or trading strategy with my FX book by attaching your account to my FX book. Okay, so from there you can be able to get results to show to your friends, show to your family, show to your business partners about your results in trading through my FX book. So I recommend them. Also, my FX book gives you a variety of tools like the economic calendar. Also, you come over here, you can see the calculator, the risk calculator. We have different type of calculators. You go over, you can get different type of calculators, interest rates currently for different pairs, spread for different pairs, and sentiments in the market for different pairs. So it's very, very good that you get more insights on my FX book, because it gives you a detailed breakdown of what is going on in the market on a daily basis. So starting off, this is the news events we're expecting in 30 minutes. Today is Monday, November 4th, 2024. And by 9 o'clock, which is in 30 minutes time, we have the unemployment rate coming in from my FX book. We have the unemployment rate coming in from my FX book. We see 12 minutes, the unemployment rate to be here. And if we see a figure lower than 6.6, it's going to make euro to be strong. If you see a figure higher than 6.6, it's going to make euro to be weak. Then after that, we have manufacturing PMI for Spain, manufacturing PMI for Italy, France, Germany, and Euro Central. This is all in 15 minutes gap. This is coming in 9:15. This year is coming in 9:45. This year is coming in 9:50. This year is coming in 9:55, and this is coming by 10. So that's it for the news we have for today. And it's all focused on euro. Then the Judo Bank Service PMI, we have it by 11 p.m. today. It has to do with the Australian dollar. Meanwhile, this manufacturing PMI, if we see a figure higher than 5.31, it's going to be strong for euro. But if we see a figure lower than 5.31, it's going to be weak for euro. Okay, euro will be weak. Okay, so that's what we mean by all these news events. So the same factor implies for the other PMIs. Okay. Then the service PMI, the same thing for Australian dollar, the same factor implies. If you see a figure higher than 50.6, it's going to give Australian dollar strength. If you see a figure lower than 50.6, it's going to make Australian dollar to be weak. So that's what we expect. Then on Tuesday, which is the next on the list, we have starting off London session, retail sales monitor year over year. And we also have Reserve Bank of Australia interest rate decision. This retail sales monitor year over year is for GDP or GBP, yeah, the Great Britain pound, okay? And over here, it has to do with sales of retail stores. Okay, so if there are more sales in retail stores, the businesses will be able to generate money and then be able to pay out their workers, and then the money system will be flowing very well, which is improving the growth of the economy. So over here, we see that the analysts are saying that it is lower than the previous figure. If that's true, then Great Britain pound will be weak. But if we see a figure higher than this, Great Britain pound will be strong. Okay. So we need to be very focused on that. We need to be very focused on that. So that is coming in by 1 a.m. tomorrow, Tuesday. Then we have the interest rate decision for Australian dollar. For this interest rate decision, we're expecting the interest rate to remain unchanged. We're expecting it to remain unchanged. And if it remains unchanged, we're going to focus on the statements after this interest rate decision has been mentioned. We also focus on the statements, which has to do with the words the central bank of Australia will be talking about that period. So if they have a hawkish stance, we can see strength coming to Australian dollar. But if we have a dovish stance, which is a dovish sentiment, then we can see Australian dollar losing strength against AUD USD, which is losing strength against dollar. Because like I told you guys, this week we're focusing on the fundamentals that has to do with Euro, AUD, and then Bitcoin. Okay, so then on Tuesday, the US election starts by 6 a.m. on Tuesday, which is November 5th. And then CHF, we have the unemployment rate, we have Euro unemployment change. Okay, so if we see a figure higher than this for Euro, then good. But if you see a figure lower than this, then it is bad for Euro, okay? Then that same day, we have the USD, the Global Service PMI, ISM Service PMI, the same with the Service PMI we'll be receiving today on Euro. We're going to be receiving that on the USD as well. So watch out for that. If you see an increase, which is currently, analysts are saying that it's going to be higher, the global service PMI is going to be higher than the previous figure, which if we see an increase higher than 55.3, it is good for dollar. Then we're going to see dollar gain some strength. Then we see a figure lower than 55.3, it's going to be weakness for dollar. Okay. So watch out for that global service PMI. And then the ISM service PMI as well. Watch out for that, because if you see a figure higher than 53.3, it is good for dollar. But if you see a figure lower than 53.3, it is bad for dollar. Okay, so that's it for Tuesday. And on Wednesday, we have a lot of Euro news, which is what we want to see. So it's going to impact the market starting by 9:15 a.m. So over here, it has to do with the HCOB service PMI, okay? So it has to do with services as well. Rendered services are like chefs that cook in restaurants as services. Delivery guys that deliver products from the warehouse to the final consumer in their home. Those are services. So you can now get a picture of what I'm talking about. So this service PMI for Euro, that's Spain to be precise, will also be released on Wednesday by 9:15 a.m. And if you see a figure higher than 56.6, it is good for Euro. But a figure lower than 56.6, it is bad for Euro. The same implies with this for Italy, which is going to release by 9:45. Then for France, which will release by 9:50. For Germany, which will release by 9:55. And then for Euro Central, which will be released by 10. And we have also a central banker speaking that day. So we'll be paying attention by 3:30 to look at or to listen to what he says, because any dovish statement could make Euro lose more strength, and any hawkish statement could make Euro gain more strength. So watch out for that. Those are press conferences. They can impact the market as well. Then on Thursday, we have news on AUD, balance of trade, which has to do with the total imports minus total exports. If there are more imports than exports, it is bad for the currency. But if there is more exports more than imports, it is good for the currency. So for here, we see that this is 5.247 billion Australian dollars, okay, which is lower than 5.644 billion Australian dollars, which is the previous data. So if you see a figure higher than 5.247 billion Australian dollars by 1:30 a.m. on Thursday, we could see some strength in the Australian dollar. Okay. Then the balance of trade for the euro as well is coming in on Thursday by 8 a.m. The balance of trade, which has to do with total imports minus total exports, like I explained previously on Australian dollar. Then if we see a figure higher than 24.3 billion, is going to give the euro strength. But if we see a figure lower than 24.3 billion, it's going to give euro weakness. Then we have retail sales month over month. We have retail sales month over month and retail sales year over year by 11 a.m. for the Euro Central. Retail sales year over year and retail sales month over month for the Euro Central, okay? So this is coming in by 11 a.m. for Euro to be precise. And then this is going to be released by 11 a.m. This has to do with the retail sales of stores, okay? Last year, September, compared to this year, September. And then we have the retail sales figure for just September for this year only. So over here, they're saying that, analysts are saying that the figure is going to be high, which is 0.3%. If that's true, then it is good for euro. But if we see a figure lower than 0.3, it's going to be bad for euro. Then also, analysts are saying that the year over year is going to be higher than last year's September. So if that's true, we get a figure higher than 2.2%, it is good for euro. But if we see a figure lower than 2.2%, it is bad for euro. Okay. So also on Thursday, we have the continuous jobless claims like every other week. And that's for United States dollar. It's going to impact AUD and also impact euro. Okay. We also have interest rate decision for Great Britain pound on Thursday as well, which is going to impact the Great Britain pound. If they are saying that they will cut rates by 25 base points. If that happens, Great Britain pound will weak on Thursday, precisely by 1 o'clock. Okay. And then if there's a dovish statement during the monetary policy report by 1 o'clock as well, then we're going to expect what Great Britain pound to lose strength against the dollar. Then on that same Thursday, we have the Fed interest rate decision, which is going to be a cut of 25 base points. If this happens, the dollar is going to lose some strength. And then we have some press conference coming in by 8:30. The interest rate to be announced by 8 o'clock, and the press conference comes in by 8:30. If there's a dovish statement, then dollar is going to lose some strength. But if there's a hawkish statement, dollar is going to gain some strength. Okay, so let's watch out for Thursday, to be specific, the Fed interest rate decision. Then on Friday, to wrap up the week, we have retail sales month over month, which has to do with the sales of products, okay, on a monthly basis for Italy to be precise, and also retail sales year over year. Okay, I already explained this with the same view I explained on the Wednesday retail sales month over month and year over year for the Euro Central. If we have a figure higher than 0.2, it is going to be good for euro. Okay, but we see a figure lower than 0.2, it's going to be bad for euro. Then the year over year, we see a figure higher than 1.4%, it's going to be good for euro. And if you see a figure lower than 1.4%, it's going to be bad for euro. Okay, so that's what we see. And it's coming in by 12 p.m. West African time on Friday. Then on Friday as well, we have the Michigan consumer sentiment, okay, which has to do with the consumer sentiment in United States of America. Are people consuming? Are people spending lavishly like they are meant to or not? So the sentiment, yeah, they're saying it might reduce from the previous one, which was 70.5. But if that's true, dollar will be weak. But if it is higher than 70, then dollar will be strong. So that is for the fundamental analysis. So in less than a minute's time, we have the unemployment rate released on euro. So before that, let's scroll up. Let's go in a minute time. The news will be dropped. The news will be dropped. So in the meantime, the news will be dropped. So over here is the euro against the dollar on the monthly time frame. Okay, euro against the dollar on the monthly time frame. And like I already explained, we are on an overall downtrend on the monthly time frame, overall downtrend. Okay, you can see it here. The market is creating lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs, and it has a channel. It has a channel attached to it. Okay, so this is the high, this is a low, this is a high, this is a low, this is a high that could probably create the next low. So that's what I see currently on euro USD on the monthly time frame. And also, we see that the market created a double top here. We see that the market created a double top here, created a double top, created a double top. Then the market also, when I took a Fibonacci from this previous high and placed it at this previous low, okay, the market came back and retested it here, okay. The market came back and retested the 62% Fibonacci retracement point and it started dropping, okay. You can also see that last month was a bearish month, and this month is quite bullish, okay. It's quite bullish, okay. So that's what I see currently for you. Last month was bearish. This month is becoming a little bit bullish because it's just the start of the month. We are just 4 days into the new month. So that's what I see currently. So let's go to the weekly time frame. So for last week, we saw that the market ended up bullish, okay? And I already marked out previous week's high and previous week's low. You can see it over here. This is the previous week high. This is the previous week low. Let's know what the unemployment result is. It's loading. Okay, it will drop very soon. So with that said, let's have a clear view of what this the weekly chart is showing us. So on a clear view, we have seen that the market created this swing high, and then after that created a swing low, okay, which is more like a correction that could push the market to go more up, okay. And with that said, there are two possibilities. This is the first scenario. The market could push up, push down, and then push up to take off this, to then create this and continue moving up, which is a total change in trend direction, okay, on both on the monthly time frame. And then this is the second scenario. The second scenario is because the market already broke, creating a very massive low. And then this is the second scenario. And based on the two scenarios, I think this second scenario has around 70% possibility of happening compared to the first scenarios. The first scenario has around 50% possibility of happening. So with that in mind, let's go to the daily time frame. This is the daily time frame. So on the daily time frame, I see that price was trending to the upside. I already was trending to the upside. This is the uptrend line. And after it trended to the upside, they had this breakout, this massive breakout. So this could be a correction. It's the impulse correction and impulse move, okay, of the bearish trend, okay. So that's what I see currently for Euro USD. So this, and on the monthly time frame, since it's already a bullish month, okay, starting off bullish, and also last week, which was the first week of the month, ended up bullish as well. And then this is the first day of the new week, okay. And we really see some bullish candles, okay, on the daily time frame. Okay, over here, this is the bullish candle we see on the daily time frame. So I can still expect this market to be bullish for this week, okay. Since we have a bullish month with a little bit more like a doji candle form, then a bullish week for last week. And then we are seeing a corrective structure, which means that this corrective structure could still move up. If I take the Fibonacci, which is taken from this swing high, the swing high of the impulse, and take it to the swing low, okay. The most popular retracement Fibonacci point is the 50% Fibonacci retracement point and the 62% Fibonacci retracement point. So from what I can see right now, we still, from where the market is currently, we still have more possibilities of pushing the market to the upside, about 95 to 150 pips, 95 to 150 pips to complete this corrective structure. Okay, 95 to 150 pips. So with that said, let us see the 4 hours time frame and see what the market is doing. Okay, on the 4 hours time frame, the market started very bullish, okay, and created a gap. You see this gap? This is a gap, which you know that the market is still going to come and fill it, okay, which we still know the market is going to come and fill it. So if we expect the market to come and fill it and we want to buy the market for this week, we won't buy at a premium price. Instead, we buy at a discount price, which is the price where the market maker buys. The market maker buys at a premium price, sorry, at a discount price, and sells the market to us at a premium price. That's the same way they make money. And they also make money by taking your stop losses. So there's a gap. We look for our buy entries from this zone, and then we'll be taking the market to the upside. So this is what I see for Euro USD for this week. Okay. So it's in line with the monthly time frame, in line with the weekly time frame, and also in line with the daily time frame corrective structure. Then once we then get to this point, then we'll now start looking for our sell setups. Okay. Let's start looking for our sell setups. But this is what I see for the week based on structure. Okay. So a sell to the downside. After this sell, once it comes into this, we'll start looking for our buy setup. And then from here, we'll now take our buy trades to the upside. And from that level, we'll be getting a more discounted price, which is you can get at least 100 to 120 pips profits on this trade. Okay. So this is what I see for Euro USD. Then the next on the list is AUD USD. Let's go to AUD USD. Let me see if I have the news dropped yet. It's meant to have dropped now. Let me refresh. Nothing yet. Since 9 o'clock, it's 6 minutes past. Let me click inside it. Where Facebook? I don't understand though. It's still loading. It's still loading. It's meant to have dropped by now. Okay. So on the monthly time frame for the Australian dollar, see that the market respected this uptrend monthly time frame. This that's like a resistance zone. And also we have a resistance over here, which the market got in. That was last month, October, and started crashing to the downside. Then this is the support. This acts more like a support. So if I'm to say the market is currently 50% in between the support and resistance. This is the resistance. This is support. So the market is currently 50% in between the two of them. If you use a Fibonacci to check that, it's currently 50% in between. So and if you have a clear view, let's just zoom out. Okay, this is more like the market is trending downwards. Okay, creating lower lows and lower highs as well on the monthly time frame. You see lower lows and lower highs. Okay, so this is where the market is currently. So let's see what the current candle in the market is for the monthly time frame. So the current candle in the market on the monthly time frame is bullish, and we cannot really say much yet about the current candle in the monthly time frame because we are still into the first week. The market could still turn out bearish for the month. Okay, and then we can really know much about the monthly candle when we get into the second week or the third week. But based on what I can see right now is that the market has a bullish formation on the monthly time frame. Okay, then on the weekly time frame, last week candle closed the bearish. It was last week high, and this was last week low. Okay, so this was last week candle. It closed bearish, and on the weekly time frame, what can I see? I see that the market is quite on an indecisive position at this point. Is an indecisive position, which is that the possibility that the market will still drop down. Okay, and the possibility that the market could do this, the market could move up a bit before it continues dropping down. Okay, so this is what I see for the weekly time frame. Okay, the possibility that the market could still drop down because last week's candle was bearish. Okay, it closed lower than the previous week's candle, unlike Euro, which last week candle closed bullish than the previous week candle. So this week's candle can still close bullish. So if we see a break of the high of last week candle, then we can know that yes, the market is creating more bullish momentum for this week. Or if you see a break of the previous week low, okay, then we know that the market is now trying to take what more low positions. So this is now what I see on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, I see that the market broke this uptrend. This uptrend channel, this is uptrend moving to the downside, is now moving to the down. Literally see that the market could still create a corrective structure like we intended. Because if you take this Fibonacci from this swing high here to this swing low, you see that the market, this is the 50% Fibonacci retracement point. So the market will still probably come back into the 50% Fibonacci point, okay, and then start dropping down. So this is going to be more like a corrective structure. If this month of November turns out to be very, very bullish, okay, turns out to be very, very bullish for Australian dollar, then we can see a corrective structure. It's more like a corrective structure because we still know the main push the market wants to form, okay, which is something like this is an impulse, this is a massive impulse, correction to another impulse to complete the weekly structure we see, okay. So this is what I see, that market will still come back into this particular resistance zone or cause for the daily time frame, okay, which has unfulfilled efficiency. So let's go to the 4 hours time frame. So on the 4 hours time frame, we can see that the market also created a gap, okay. You see that the market created a gap as well. This is the gap. This is the gap. So when the market comes back to fill this gap, they will now look for our buy entries, okay? And from that buy entries, now start moving to the upside, okay? And also a very good sign that on the 4 hours time frame, we have a change of character. This is a change of character. The market has been creating lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs over here. Over here. So the market has been creating lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. But do not create a new lower low. But instead, what the market was created a double bottom. After this double bottom, it created what? The surge. When the market opened this week, there was a gap. Okay, so the market created a new high, which we know that the market will still come back, create a low that will not create the next high. And this high could even go to this 50% Fibonacci retracement point we saw on the daily time frame. Okay, so we are currently forecasting around when the market comes to fill this gap, we're currently forecasting around 171 pips in the future. Okay, 171 pips in the future. So that's literally what we see currently for the AUD USD pair, okay, on the structure base. So probably I think when we have a bearish stance on the Australian dollar interest rate decision that will be announced tomorrow by 5:30 a.m., Australian dollar is going to be very weak. And if that happens, we'll see a massive drop on AUD USD. Then on Thursday, when we have a bearish stance or a dovish stance for the United States dollar when they cut interest rates, then we're going to see a massive weakness in dollar. And if that happens, then we can now expect what AUD to be strong, and then we can see a massive spike to the upside for AUD USD. So probably on Thursday, that would be a time where we're seeing possibilities to buy AUD against dollar. And then on Tuesday, we're going to see a possibility of selling AUD against dollar massively. Okay, but this gap needs to be filled. Every trading week gap needs to be filled before the markets continue rolling in. Okay, so this is the previous week high and this is the previous week low. Like I said before, if we're able to take the previous week high, then we'll create more highs. And then when we take the previous week low, we're creating more lows. Well, and that thing I can see is that over here, we see that this is more like a consolidating market here. Market was just consolidating within a resistance and a support. And what can you see? The market broke out this particular consolidating period with this candle, which is this week's open candle. Okay, this new week open candle. So overall, we're really seeing that the market has given us a viewpoint that yes, we might push this market bullish for this week. So we're looking for our buy setups for AUD against the dollar. Okay, once this gap is filled, we're looking for our buy setups for AUD against the dollar. And then I'll call this the trade, and then you can be able to make profit on it. So don't miss out on this trade opportunity. Go and join our Telegram. The link is going to be on the description. Also join our WhatsApp. The link is going to be on the description. If you want to learn how to analyze the market as a top-down analyst, then also reach out to me. I will click the link on the description to visit our seller store and get a 50% discount. We're offering a 50% discount right now on our training course. I think the unemployment rate has, manufacturing PMI was released positive, but the unemployment rate is not released. This is so confusing. Why is it not released yet? It's not released yet. Okay, so that bit. Then we move to the last pair on the list, which is BTC USDT. BTC USDT. So for BTC USDT, we see on the monthly time frame, we see a BTC USDT on the monthly time frame. Last month was bullish, very bullish. Over here, last month was bullish, very bullish. This was the bullish month for BTC. Then this month is bearish, currently starting off bearish. So we respected this resistance. This was a resistance of an all-time high, and then the market started pushing to the downside. Then let's go to the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, what do we see? On the weekly time frame, this is what we see. Okay, so last week had a massive spike, creating a high. and then a low. Then this week just started off because we already saw that last week, a very weak bullish because it created a high after what created a low for that same week. So that's what we see. Then on the monthly time frame, we already have a bearish candle forming. Then let's go to the daily time frame. So in the daily time frame, this is what we see. And you can see for last week, that was the reaction we got for last week low as well. So this is what made the last week candle have that type of week. So basically, we still know that we see this ultra highs and highs. So what we are seeing is more like a minor corrective structure. After this corrective structure is completed, we can now continue to push to the upside, okay? And probably when the announcement is done, the US election announcement is done, and we see volatility coming to the market, then we can now expect a massive push on Bitcoin, okay? So what I see currently is that the market is still selling on Bitcoin, creating that corrective structure. So on the 4 hours time frame, we have a demand zone, okay, the demand zone. And this is the demand zone marked over here. This is demand zone marked over here. So from this demand zone now, we can expect price to continue pushing to the upside. From this demand zone, we can expect price to continue pushing to the upside, okay? So that's what I see currently for the BTC against the USDT pair, okay? So over here is a high, the last high that was taken here. So once the market comes back into demand zone, we now start looking for our buy setups. But right now, the corrective structure, you're looking for sell setups, it's inside the supply zone, over here, inside the supply zone over here. So from this supply zone now, we expect the market will still be dropping to the downside, okay, to head towards the demand zone. And once it comes towards the demand zone, we now start looking for our buy setups from here. Okay, so that's what I see currently for the BTC against the USDT. So thank you so much for watching to this point. I really, really appreciate. I hope that you got value. If you got value, please smash the like button, comment Forex on the comment section, and also comment a pair you want me to analyze next time, okay, on this market fundamental and technical breakdown. I hope that you enjoyed the education and you got value. If you got value, comment Forex below and smash the like button as well. Share this content with your community, with your friends, with your social media platforms. In that way, it's going to help other traders to get insight of what's going on in the market, and then they can stay informed to make better financial decisions to invest their money properly in assets that can then appreciate in value and give them profits. This is my channel, Tony FX, and I am a certified professional trader trading for 10x Digital Lane. And if you want to learn more about 10x Digital Lane, you can dive down into our website, www.10xdigitallane.com, where you get the full details. The link is going to be on the description as well. Or you can reach out to me directly. The link to reach out to me directly is going to be on the description, my link tree. So you can get more details and get more insights on how to trade the financial market. Have a profitable trading week. Peace.